Hi, good morning here from Los Angeles, Valerie Milano, the senior editor of the Hollywood Times and also with Aspiring Magazine. And I want to thank my guest here and have him introduce himself. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thanks. I'm Jake Wachtel, and I am the writer-director of The Sentry, which was made in Cambodia, is where I'm based. But right now, I'm in rural southern Wales, in between two festivals that take place in London, and I'm out in the countryside doing a little writer's retreat, working on the feature version of The Sentry.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Two places I've never been. So Jake will not be in Palm Springs, but we will have our report out there, and everybody needs to come and see the Century. So Jake, congratulations on the Century. Tell us about the inspiration and the central theme or message that you hope to convey.
Yeah. So I think. It began with this idea I've had for a long time of like I always loved action movies, but I feel that it's kind of corrosive to the human soul to witness so much casual violence over and over again. You see so many people just to witness so much death that has almost no meaning, not tied at all to a person's humanity. I wanted to make something about that where we got to like go into the life of one of these like anonymous henchmen that gets killed first thing in a Bond movie. And so that idea was bouncing around. And then I put that together with I've been based in Cambodia for a decade now, and one day it occurred to me that Cambodians love ghost stories. And so I thought, well, what if this is set in Cambodia where I'm making movies anyway, and then we can have the spy getting haunted by the ghost of one of these henchmen. But, as a way to talk about this, um, yeah, the like I said, that my issue with this like casual violence in the movies is somehow feels to me related to the kind of casual um violence that we do in the name of like global capitalism, that there's like anonymous people working in a sweatshop. There's a lot of garment factory workers in Cambodia, and in the same way as these henchmen in guarding the bandolier, there's like a bunch of people who like grease the wheels and make all the things that we have, but they also remain anonymous. And for me, like living in Cambodia, part of my mission being out there is to explore the potentials of cinema as empathy machine to collapse the distance between the viewer that might be in the US and someone who could feel really far away, Cambodian, yeah, to just like make that distance feel a lot smaller.
Hmm. So, how long did it take to develop and shoot the Century from the concept to the final cut?
um yeah, the writing happened really fast in this one. It was written over a few days, and then it sort of sat in my back pocket for a while, and then when the time was right, we did like a month of pre-production. I kind of had my team together, some of the key people on my team from when I made a feature film in Cambodia. So yeah, we did pre-production for a month. The shoot was 4 days long, plus a little B-unit shoot with a much smaller crew that was a day. And then we edited it over the course of last summer. So like a few months for the edit and the music and the VFX to come together.
So, are you speaking of the Cambodian film Karmalik? That
Karma Link, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did your experience in Southeast Asia, especially your time in Cambodia with Karmalik, influence this film in any way?
Certainly. Yeah. I mean, I moved out to Cambodia to teach filmmaking to kids, and I spent a year in their community getting to know them and the culture quite well, and that led me to make Karma Link, which then took another 6 years of my life to make. And at that point, I had spent a good chunk of time in Cambodia, and I'm really passionate about the idea of telling stories there and exploring stories there, and also sort of exploring my own experience as a Westerner in Cambodia that is in some ways like an avatar of neocolonialism. Like to come from the West and to go teach filmmaking there, is a really cool project on one hand, and then on the other hand, I know that I'm like bringing, my culture and I'm going there with my privilege, and so the in some ways the the Sentry is a way for me to explore something very personal too.
Do you see the Sentry as part of a larger narrative universe or a thematic series?
Yeah, I'm working right now on developing a feature version of it, which is fun because it's like taking the essential seeds, but um, it's taking it in a much more expanded direction, as I think a feature should do with a
Yeah.
short. It's like not just recapitulating the short; it's like jumping off from it to explore kind of something that is more all-encompassing with a lot of the ideas that I've been thinking about, being an American living in Cambodia for a long time and telling a story about a spy who's from the West who goes to Cambodia and kind of messes shit up.
I love it. So, what advice would you give to aspiring filmmakers trying to tell bold or unconventional stories?
Yeah, I think that um, don't don't force it and let the like I think that for me what's been really important when I made my feature film or even this idea, like the things that I've decided to go all in on, I've kind of waited a little bit for the idea that like just gave me so much fire and that I really felt like I wanted to stand behind. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of moments for doubt or really challenging moments. And so like just feeling really connected to that idea and not trying to push through something that I'm like not fully behind. That's been important for me.
Love it. Well, so tell our viewers and our readers how can they find out more about the Century, Karma Link, and Jake Wachtel? Social media or
Yeah, I'm not very big on social media,
website?
but I've made
Neither, but
Instagram with for this film. There is at the Century Film and at Jake Wachtel director on Instagram, and there's a website too that's maybe easier to find. That's thecenturyfilm.com, and you can find the links to everything from there and a trailer and director statement on all that fun stuff.
wonderful. And we'll have all that information in our article and also when and where you will be able to see it at the Palm Springs International Short Fest next week. And we're the Hollywood Times today, and the Hollywood Times Official is our YouTube channel. And thank you so much, Jake. And you make sure that you keep us posted on this retreat and any of your next subject matters, please.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you virtually. Safe travels to you.
Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye bye.